Assalamu alaikum students. Today our lecture is about how to draw cumulative frequency polygon or histogram. This is our frequency distribution where x, the independent values or the classes or the class mark are representing the scores, and f is the frequency dependent values which are representing the values of respective x has a value 2, 3, x class mark has a value frequency 5, and similarly in the last x class mark 8 has a frequency value 6. To draw the cumulative frequency histogram polygon, we must have to find out the cumulative frequencies. So into the frequency distribution, the cumulative frequency column must be added and filled in. I'm sure you know how to calculate the cumulative frequency. First value of the frequency, original frequency, is remain as it is in the cumulative frequency. So the cumulative frequency first value will be 2. In for the next second cumulative frequency column value, we add 2 into the 5. Into the 5 and got 7, and similarly for the next value we will add 7 into the value 11 of original frequency and got the cumulative frequency value 7 plus 11 18, and similarly 18 will be added into the 7. Added into the 7, we got 25, then 25 will be added into 10 and we will get 35. And similarly all the values of the cumulative frequency 35 will be added into the original frequency value 9, and we will get 44, and then 44 will be added into 6 and we get the 50. 50 is the sum of frequency. Also its check is that the cumulative frequency last value is equal to sum of f. Now for drawing graph, you must be with the graph paper on. This is the grid showing the graph paper. So on the x-axis we will draw the independent values. So class mark are the independent values. So independent values x are on the x-axis, and similarly we will draw the dependent values on y-axis. So here the frequency values are or cumulative frequency values are the dependent values, so they should be located on the y-axis. Next, we have to be careful about the plotting the scale. One grid show the one class mark or one group or one class or one independent variable, and similarly on y-axis one grid will have to show the one variable or one value or one dependent variable or one cumulative frequency value on the y-axis. Next is we should be careful in taking the scale, the distance or the distance between the independent or dependent variables on the x-axis and y-axis should be equal and continuous. So if the first value is 2, the second value should be 4, the third value should be 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 18 and so on. So taking all the independent values on the x-axis with the equal distance and making the data continuous, we take the along x-axis. First grid shows the value 2, then the 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and so on. Same procedure we will adopt for the y-axis. So similarly with the y-axis values which are cumulative frequency values, because cumulative frequency is representing the dependent variable, we have taken the values with the equal and regular distance. First value 0, then 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. They have the distance or the difference of 10 in each group. And similarly, as we have taken the y-axis classes values, independent values on the x-axis, and now we have made the scale on both the y-axis and x-axis, and now we can start plotting our in making histogram, as you can see from the previous slides, it's very easy. Just you have to mark the cumulative frequency value on the y-axis and the x values on the x-axis. As x is our class mark has a cumulative frequency value 2, so we make a bar of value 2 on x-axis values 2. Then for 3 we have a value 7, so we make a bar up till 7. Then for 4 we have a value 18, so we make a bar up till 18. And similarly for the value 5 we have a bar up till 25. For 6 we have a bar up till 35 because the value of cumulative frequency is 35. For 7 we have a value up till 44, and similarly for 8 we have a value 50. This makes our histogram complete. Now after making the histogram, if the question is to draw a histogram, you have to just represent the data with the help of bars. And if the question is also draw the frequency polygon or cumulative frequency polygon, then you have to adopt the next procedure. Point the dots on the origin and then on each bar's connection. As you can see, the bars of 3 and 4 are joining at the value let me to see it at the value 7. So point a dot on 7, then point a dot on 18, then on 25, then on 35, then on 44, and then on 50. So what will be the next step? You have to join these dots with the help of straight lines. As 0 is joined to the value 7, then 7 will be joined to 18, then 18 will be joined to 25, that you can see in the coming. As you see, you will join all the dots. First you put the dots and then you join all the dots with the help of straight line, and it becomes the cumulative frequency histogram polygon. So that's all for the today's lecture, in which we learn to draw a histogram and cumulative frequency histogram polygon. Hope you will understand it, and please practice it according to the exercise of your book.